What's going on, guys? Matt from the Trojan Brotherhood, and today I'm going to be bringing you a film breakdown on one of the best linebackers in college football, number 18, Eric Gentry. What makes Gentry so special is his 6'6" frame, his quickness, and above anything else, his instincts. He's an absolute playmaker that really does it all. He's effective dropping back into coverage, making plays with his long arms. He's great at defending the run and filling a gap properly. He's an effective pass rusher as well. But where I think he's at his best is when he's lined up at the line of scrimmage, as you can see here, number 18. So I'm going to break down a few plays showcasing this guy's ability, starting with this one against LSU. So first things first, we got to factor in is the quarterback. Can he run? Because Gentry playing the edge, if the quarterback's a threat to keep this and run outside, you got to look out for that. But this is Garrett Nussmeier, not very mobile, so Gentry can kind of cross that off. Now, getting into the objective of this LSU run play. They're going to try to run the ball right outside this tackle. And so the assignments are the center and the right guard are going to be two up on Kobe Pepe. This right tackle's job is to box out, I believe that's Nate Clifton, and not let him get outside. So contain him right there. They're going to be blocking in this direction. And then they're going to bring this left guard over to meet Braylon Shelby right here. And he's going to try to push him, block him towards the sideline because they're pinching here. And this left guard is going to try to kick out Shelby here, which is going to leave this hole right here. When there's that hole, obviously the running back's going to try to hit it. But before that, they're going to also pull this H-back, and he's going to fill the hole first before the running back so that when Cobb tries to fill that hole, which is his job as a linebacker, the H-back will have already cleared it out, leading to the end zone. The problem with this is pulling these two guys, and he's faced up with Lucas, so that's his assignment. If Gentry can rush and get into this backfield before the running back hits a hole, before he pulls, before the H-back hits a hole, then it could be a TFL. And now I've broken it down for you. Now let's watch it play. Let's play out in slow motion. As I mentioned, it's two up here. He does a good job blocking Nate Clifton. And look, here's the left guard pulling. Look, everything that happened has played out so far. The left guard's ready to square away Braylon Shelby. H-back's in the hole. The problem is the handoff has not even been yet complete. And look at this stud right here, already in the backfield. With those long arms, with that quickness, makes the play. Now I want you guys to watch it play out full speed. As this is just pure instincts from Eric Gentry right here. First and goal, beautiful TFL. That is what he does better than, I think, anything else. When he's lined up at the line of scrimmage and getting into the backfield. And now here's another example of exactly that. This time, it's 3rd and 1, as you can see here. And what LSU's doing right now is they're trying to go quick. They're trying to go quick. And Gentry sees that. And so here's the assignments for here. It's one up, and one up with a tight end, which is a big mistake for LSU. Gentry sees they're trying to go quick, and he sees this tight end who will not be able to contain him. So right now he's thinking, if I can get inside this tight end's left shoulder, if I can get in there in a split second, I can get into the backfield and make a play. And that's exactly what he's going to do. As you see here, boom. Look at the tight end. Right off the snap, Gentry's already inside that left shoulder. The handoff's not even complete yet. In the backfield, TFL on 3rd and 1 in the 4th quarter. That's a tremendous stop. All right, so moving on to the next play against Michigan. This time they're going to try to run straight at the A-gap right here. So this left guard is going to try to seal off Nate Clifton to the left. This right guard is going to go straight at Gavin Meyer. The center is then going to try to seal him off to the right, but with a quick chip and then be the lead blocker. So at that point, Mason Cobb will have come to fill. But this running back, which is Donovan Edwards, is going to try to run right behind the center as he clears off Cobb and goes off. The problem here, yet again, this is a lot of action to take place. What can disrupt this action is someone off the edge getting into the backfield with ease, which, as you can see here, Eric Gentry is going to do. Again, they're going to try to run straight at this A-gap. Look what happens. Again, the center sealed off here. The left guard sealing off. So there's this hole right here. Big giant hole for Donovan Edwards to run through. Problem is, right here, as soon as the handoff is complete, Donovan Edwards could see that Eric Gentry's right here. So this hole is not available. As you can see, it's a little blurry, so sorry. But the center is getting ready to come off this block because the right guard has him as well. And the center would come off, fill against Cobb, and if Edwards hits this hole right here, he'll get about 5 to 6 yards, successful run play. But even though there's a hole here, Donovan Edwards sees Gentry. He knows he can't run through there, so he has to adjust. He has to bounce outside. You see how fast Gentry closed right there. Now he has to bounce outside, which leads to a TFL. And even if Gentry just forced him that way, if he wasn't skilled enough to get the tackle, Lucas and Cobb were going to be there anyway. So yet again, Gentry using the athleticism, the length from his wingspan, and of course the instincts to get in the backfield. All right, moving on into the next play. Yet again, you see where he's lined up at the line of scrimmage. He's not just effective against the run when he's here, he's also effective as a pass rusher because he is so fast, and with that wingspan, he's able to get you down in a split second. So right here, USC is going to bring both linebackers off the edge. You see Mason Cobb going. So then bring Cobb here, bring Gentry here. There's only one blocker. He's going to come to Gentry, but watch Gentry make a miss right here. Beautiful move. Closes. That's a sack. All right, moving on into the next play. This time Gentry is on the weak side, and I'm going to break this down for you live as it's slow. One thing to keep in mind, have your eyes right here on Anthony Lucas, as he's going to get pushed back pretty bad, which is going to lead to a big hole, and they're going to try to run it down the C-gap. Because right here, there's two holes right here. If Edwards goes through right here, EMA is just supposed to be there to fill. If he decides to cut back, run through the C-gap, Eric Gentry is right here. So I want you to see this instinct he has. Right there, there's the cut. Right there, this hole gets closed off. There's a big gaping hole right here. Lucas and Muhammad are both blocked. This is all, and there's a blocker right here, so EMA is going to be blocked by this guard. So this is all up to Gentry to come, close, and make a play. And as you see, that's exactly what he's going to do. Muhammad does a great job getting off the block. So again, instincts. Gentry still has not made contact. He sees two things. There's two different USC defenders on Edwards. Edwards is trying to drive and get as many yards as he can. He sees that the ball is exposed right here. And what do those instincts lead to? A beautiful punch and a fumble. And he recovers it. I'm telling you, Eric Gentry in this game against Michigan was out of this world. And now you got to see this live as it unfolds. Just a beautiful punch from Gentry. Heck of a game. Still can't believe we did not win this, but that's a topic for another video. Last play I want to show you is him just filling a gap and making a play. There's nothing much to break down here. He's the Mike linebacker. Big hole right in the middle, and he's going to fill it. He's going to meet that linebacker, and that linebacker is going to fill it, forces another fumble. Eric Gentry is an absolute madman. But anyways, that's going to do it for today's video. I really enjoyed making these videos. I find that the film breakdown videos are my favorite. And into the season, every single game I'm going to try to attempt to break down the game, whether it's defense, offense, but one breakdown style video for every single game this season, as well as the recap and the preview. So if you enjoyed this video, I'll have a lot more like this coming out soon. Stay tuned for more Trojan content all year long. And thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed, and fight on.